Here we are, mate. Qualifying match. Best of 5. Map number 1 is Oxide. Ellie and spawning here. Coming all the way from Brazil. The player for Eximius Gaming, Shakti.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Oxide LE. If you're in the chat, if you're Chileno, and if you want to cheer for this player right now, exclamation mark Funada Dastan in the chat. We have representing Team Kraken Madness. It is sUb. Hold on, I'm getting my Funadas out. Okay, here we go. Oh god.
Yeah, mate. PvP. Let's see what these two players bring to the table.
Exactly. PvP, one of the most volatile mirror matchups out there. Maybe the most one is probably ZVZ, but again, PvP.
No,
can be insane.
I think PvP is a little more okay. There's two kind of volatile. Because in CVC, it could be volatile because suddenly 1 billion explodes and everything is over.
Yep.
But in PvP, it's volatile in the sense that, oh no, one player has one more stalker than the other. Everything is over.
Yeah. Oh my god. So we'll see how this series turns out. At the moment, no one's being too cheeky. We are on Oxide, and I love how both players, they do what they do best on Oxide. They go for the low ground wall. They're going for their faster nexuses, and sUb is on point with this and does delay that nexus for the pylon, being very annoying.
Yeah, very annoying. Shakti now has to get a Zealot, which probably he didn't want to do it. Let's see if Shakti also is going to block the natural of sUb or not.
Yeah, he should. I mean, I'm surprised that sUb doesn't already have a Zealot on the way, to be honest, because we should be seeing a pylon pretty soon from Shakti. Question mark.
He started 2 stalkers before the Nexus, so let's see. Okay, come on, you can do it now. He is free.
Yeah.
Why do you keep chasing that bro?
I mean, this is interesting. This is very interesting. So Shakti, he actually gets his Nexus up first, and a lot of this is because, again, sUb was the one who threw down an additional gateway. He was prioritizing getting this wall up and running over his Nexus.
There we go. 2 stalkers come out, the prop is out, and now he's about to span any second now.
Made the fake out. I love it. Yo, he had that probe on patrol over the location, making it look like he wanted to expand. As soon as the probe went down, mate, he's looking to send it across the map.
Do you think this will work out? That's a very risky proposition from sUb.
Yeah, it is risky, especially on Oxide. Like, you have the defender's advantage on Oxide. You have the high ground, we already have a shield battery, we have the wall, we do have a proxy pylon to reinforce.
That shield battery changes everything.
It does. Here we go. Have a couple more stalkers coming out here. Nexus finally gets thrown down, very delayed in comparison to Shakti, and sUb has to do something with these stalkers, right? Otherwise he's just straight up behind.
There we go, the hallucination coming out. Is he gonna scout the proxy pylon? No, he's not.
Yeah, exactly.
sUb has 6 stalkers, which is good, but there's a shield battery.
I think he can 2-shot a stalker. I could be wrong, but here we go. He's trying to focus it down. He's actually trying to focus down the shield battery instead.
Shield battery goes down, but he loses 2 stalkers, mate. I'm not sure if it was worth it. And now the Immortal is out, the aggression is over.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the micro was a little bit awkward there from sUb. He was kind of stumbling over himself. And in the end, he could only kill that lone shield battery. In the end, it wasn't worth it. His Nexus is still not up. So yeah, a little bit of a wonky start here. Something else that's interesting to me though is that Shakti actually, instead of going for the typical Twilight Council, he actually went for a Robo first. Oh my god.
Adepts managed to enter sUb's Shakti's base and trying to kill a couple of props, but unfortunately there was a shield battery. Only 2 props went down because one of the adepts went down, so you can no longer one-shot props. Which is more than enough time for the shield battery to recover the shield. and that's it. Only 2 props, and to be honest, it doesn't matter, mate, because the nexus of Shakti was so much ahead of sub. Losing 2 props is no big deal.
Exactly. He's still ahead 8 workers. And Shakti is going to be looking to be aggressive here. Like, again, something that I was pointing out earlier is that his Twilight Council was so delayed. He won't have Blink, but what he will have is 2 Immortals. There we go. War Prism is done. He is sending it across the map, mate. This will get spotted by sub due to this pylon, so he is aware that it's coming across the map.
Yeah, so the pylon finally is going to be spotted. The pylon finally is gonna be destroyed, and now Shakti going across the map with those immortals. Let's see how sub can prepare for it.
He does have Stalkers in the main base. Blink is about to finish up soon. With Blink, he can attempt to focus down this War Prism. Got 3.
There we go. War Prism got in. The immortals come out, and mate, one of the Stalkers immediately dies. The second one also dies. Mate, these immortals are starting to do a lot of damage.
Oh,
Workers are not being focused.
Immortals love focusing down Stalkers. They trade so well. Oh, he's trying to focus down the War Prism, but it looks like all of these Stalkers are going to fall.
Yeah, nice micro by Shakti. One of the immortals is keeping the low ground. And mate, 7 workers have been killed at the moment. 7 workers and basically all of the army for sub.
This essentially just ended the game. Like, if you look at the supply, like 9 probes went down. How many Stalkers in the end? 8 Stalkers went down. Like,
Yeah, mate. 40 supply for subs, 84 for Shakti. Almost double the supply in workers. Triple the supply in army. Mate, I think Shakti can just A-move across the map and win.
Pretty much, because now he has 4. He's gonna have 5 Immortals. Think about that. Like, there's so much firepower there, and when you're relying on only Blink Stalkers to defend, like, there's just no way.
Yeah, mate. Blink Stalkers are good, mate, but versus 5 Immortal, not so good. You will need like extremely big numbers to defeat that, and mate, 4 Immortal versus 5 Stalkers, and look, immediately they melt. They cannot even blink out.
Exactly. 2 more Stalkers go down. Sub, he does have the right idea. He is going for charge, right? Zealots do so much better against this army composition, but he needs time, and Shakti, he's already pushing out across the map.
Yeah, the Zealots unfortunately will not be ready. In fact, charge for Shakti is gonna finish first, mate. So yeah, this is going to be the last moments of this matchup.
Exactly. There we go. Shakti is pushing up into the main base. There's an Artosis pylon here. It gets depowered. It gets taken out. Nothing is powered here in the natural.
The boys were being pulled, but immediately destroys, and GG, mate. Shakti takes game number 1.
GG. And again, a very odd opening from sub on a map like Oxide. Like, on any other map, I would approve of it. Like Light Shade, even Romanticide. But on Oxide, mate, like, ugh, God. It's just so difficult to push up into that natural base.
Yeah, it is. That was a questionable decision, and in the end, it didn't pay out at all. And sub just keep getting more behind and behind after that.
Definitely. We're going to be getting ready for game number 2. Meanwhile, we just got confirmation Sinner did 2-0 egg. So Sinner moves on to the qualifying match. He will be going up against another eggs.
Sinner has already defeated good. Can he defeat evil now?
We'll see if he's still hungry, you know? Like, it's gonna be a lot of eggs for him, mate. Hope he keeps an eye on his cholesterol. I don't know, man. Oh. But honestly, mate, that's a juicy matchup. Like, that's it's gonna be so good.
So who do you think will qualify, mate? The guy who has been playing League of Legends or the guy who has been playing 2v2?
That's a good question. It's honestly hard to call. Like, obviously, if Eggs was practicing and in form, 100% Eggs. 100%. But because he isn't, it is going to be a little bit closer between them. I do see Stixie Basso in the chat. Eggs will win the whole thing. I mean, again, if he was practicing, then sure, but this isn't the Eggs of 2020. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, yeah.
boy. Oh boy.
Oh, there we go, mate. The second map is starting to load. The countdown has begun. Gonna be romanticized. This is a better map to do what sUb did in game number 1.
This is true. This is very true. I also wanted to ask you, mate, did you have anything to do with Sinner signing up today?
I did not.
Ooh, okay.
Sinner came out of his own volition, mate. So
Sinner greater than Zion's confirmed.
But yeah, welcome everyone. Romanticide map number 2 in this best of 5 series, and spawning here the winner of the previous game. This is the Brazilian player Shakti.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Romanticide LE, we have the Chilean Protoss player. He's green, representing Team Kraken Madness. It is sUb. And I would ask you to take control of the camera for a moment. BRB.
Oh god.
I'll be back soon.
Okay. So yeah, game piece again. Very similar openings, but one interesting difference. Shakti going for the low ground, while sUb on the other side is going for the high ground. These are very intense. I do wonder. Of course, this is for defending the natural, so I'm guessing Shakti is gonna go for a faster Nexus. Is sUb gonna try to block? Yes, again, the pylon block once again. There are some Protoss players who are very fan of this move. Apparently, sUb is one of them. Yeah, let's see if sUb does something with this, or if this is just going to be like something like he did in game number 1. And what is this? Double gateway opening. Double gateway.
Oh god.
Just in time, like, because I was about to die.
You made it. I held the line for you, buddy. I held the line. Thank you, Darky. Thank you.
Yeah. I was just explaining to the guys that Shakti went for a wall in the natural, while sUb went for a wall in the main base.
Mate, this is very bold of Shakti. Like this, it's safe to do it on a map like Oxide. On a map like this, which is a little more open, it's honestly greedy. It's a very greedy thing to do. So I feel like this is just Shakti. Oh my god, this is Shakti kind of like showing off how confident he is doing something like this, and sUb doing a really good job at delaying and denying the natural.
Yeah, he still keeps doing it, and with the second building, Shakti is still going for only one gateway, mate. Even though his Nexus is very late, he's still in only one gateway. I would have expected a second by now, because on the other side of the map, sUb is the one going for double gateway, mate.
Yeah, again, a safer opener here, but unfortunately, because of his units of choice, it is just a safe opening. He isn't looking to be ultra aggressive, again, with that sentry, so relying a little more on scouting.
Oh no, mate. Mate, that Nexus is not in the right position.
Oh no. sUb, please. Unfortunately, he's on the right position. On top of that, he throws down a shield battery as well. So again, he's just being ultra defensive right now. So yeah, Shakti is gonna get away with his greed.
Yeah, not only is he gonna get away with his economy, he's gonna be intrinsically better than his opponent. I don't think sUb noticed, or if he did, like he's questioning, like, should I cancel and start again?
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, is it worth canceling? Meanwhile, I guess he throws down a couple of force fields. Forces a recall. Can he get one? He does.
Yeah, nice one. A couple of forces for one Stalker. I will say that's worth it. And the Zealot is also eventually going to go down because spoiler alert, Stalkers are faster than. I was gonna say Stalkers are faster than Zealots, and then they just stop chasing it.
They'll catch up. But Shakti's doing the same thing, by the way. I don't know if you noticed, but he skipped the Twilight Council. He went straight into a Robo. He is pumping out nothing but Immortals, working on that Immortal count. But I still have some hope. As long as Charge starts, please. I think he's gonna go for Blink though. Oh god.
I mean, we'll see, mate. It's about to start, and yeah, it is bleak, unfortunately for you, late.
And this is going to be scouted. Shakti, he sees the gases, he sees the Forge and the Twilight Council, so he can deduce that it is going to be +1 Blink Stalkers. Which, to be fair, can still do well against what Shakti has. But as time goes on, this immortal count is going to get out of hand.
Yeah, what sub needs to do is a similar thing that you do against a Terran player. You need to thin out the number of times over time. Because sure, a couple of immortals, it is manageable. You know, you can maybe snipe a couple, 1-2 immortals. But once you get to like 5 or 6, mate, that's like really hard to kill.
I agree. Number 3 is on the way, which is a terrifying thought. The first 2 are already moving out across the map. We saw how devastating these 2 immortals were in game number 1 and how they basically ended the game on their own. Are we going to see something similar here? They do get scouted. We do see that sUb is responding. This time he does have a higher, same stalker count, but he does have some shield batteries to back him up.
Let's see, the War Prism immediately targeted Maiden. It survives, and the Immortals. Oh mate, that was so close. The Immortals do land and they do kill one Stalker, but mate, that was an excellent pinpoint accuracy on the War Prism. It almost falls. Almost. How many HP did he survive with? With 18 HP, mate. One more Stalker shot and it will have died.
Oh, meanwhile, unfortunately, the Stalkers, they are out of position. They were trying to catch the War Prism, but the War Prism juked them, and it does hit the natural base, forces all this lost mining time.
Yes, props are starting to be targeted. He destroys a pylon. He's starting to kill even more props. 2 immortals, one-shot props, definitely. Yeah, sUb blinks over the immortals. The War Prism cannot get to the immortals, mate. These immortals are going to be killed eventually. But mate, at what cost? He's losing all of his stalkers.
Yeah, and he escapes with one of the immortals. Like, that was the best trade Shakti could have hoped for. Aye. Meanwhile, we have another immortal here. I think that was just a misrally. He's just... oh, God. Can he escape? Up.
I don't think the immortal will not be able to escape, I think, but he's gonna trade like pretty well. That was a weird immortal, like he wanted to be a hero.
That was another immortal.
Yeah, there was another one on the way.
Yeah, this happens quite often. Unfortunately, the Robo, like an observer, was rallied across the map, so one immortal went down for free there. So, honestly, not the worst case for sUb. This could be a scenario where there are, again, 4 immortals here across the map. Instead, there are only 3, so... again, not the worst thing for sUb. And interesting, he's actually switching into disruptors.
Yes, disruptors. This could be a good answer against the immortals. Yeah. One disruptor shot does not kill one immortal, but 2 does.
I think the other thing that's important is that obviously going for a mass immortal style like this is very immobile as opposed to Blink Stalkers. It's so difficult to land disruptor shots on Blink Stalkers because you're just relying on your opponent to miss a blink, right? To miss micro. But against immortals, like it's so much easier.
Well, let's see, mate. Both armies are going across the map, and oh my God, the War Prism immediately lands and immediately kills up, and a nice disruptor shot tries to go off into the army, but fails, and the sentries, yeah, nice disruptor shot by the sentries. Now sUb needs to back off a little, mate, because the immortals still survive.
But this, oh my God, okay, there we go. I was a little bit worried the disruptors were going to be left alone. No, it was a little bit too early. No, please. One of the disruptor shots gets wasted. Another one does connect. We need one more, and all these immortals could go down.
One immortal goes down. The 2 other Mors have very little life, so I think the Blink Stalkers could just blink on top of the immortals and kill them, mate.
It's possible, but sUb opted not to go for it. Instead, he backs off, respecting the army of Shakti. Regardless, honestly, that was the best trade that sUb could have hoped for. Like, taking down the War Prism, the sentries, the immortals, like, he's doing so much better here in Game 2 compared to Game 1.
Yes, and that observer mate is helping a lot, giving him info of where the army is. Meanwhile, Shakti is trying now to counterattack with another War Prism full of immortals. Immortals or Starcraft? Yeah, those are immortals.
Yeah, they are immortals. I'm a little bit concerned for sUb now. Again, as you said, he has an eye on the army. The army is looking. Oh my God, no! sUb wasting his disruptor shots.
For disruptor shot, mate. Also,
Ooh.
as the way that, oh, nice. The water prison got sniped, mate. No more water prison shenanigans, but the disruptors, mate, they are getting chased.
Yeah, 2 go down for 3, 3 go down. All 4 disruptors will go down for free. And if he had those 4 disruptors, then he would have been able to defend here. But now, like, Shakti is going for the kill.
Yes, he's going for the kill. He lost a lot, but he still has more than enough to fight Shakti's army. Shakti's army, sUb's army, mate. Okay, only one of the disruptors survive, and yeah, mate, I think this is the beginning of the end. 66 supply for sUb, 133 for Shakti, and GG.
GG. The beginning of the end was him sending all of his disruptor shots into nothing, mate. Oh god. Feels bad, man, as Shakti takes game number 2, and sUb, like, he had what he needed to defend. He had it, but he either panicked or he was a little bit too trigger happy there. It was such. Imagine, especially because he sniped that war prism with 2 immortals. 2 immortals. Like, that was huge. If he had just kept those disruptors alive and in the base, then he would have been able to survive and the game would have gone on. But, fortunately, he sent all his disruptors to their deaths, mate.
It was unfortunate. I think there was a little bit of miss micro by sUb, because sure, I can see like one disruptor shot just to test the water, but mate, you not only did 1, you did 3 plus a 4th one that was even more behind than the other 3, mate. That's gonna be like some hotkey miss micro, right?
I again, either that or he panicked. It's one or the other. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. But here we go. We are diving into game number 3, and will this be a 3-0, or can sUb fight back and put a point on the board? Again, I totally believe that game 2 was doable there for sUb.
And mate, this is a best of 5, so sUb still has 1 life left. He can bring it back if so desires.
He can. He just needs to breathe. He needs to calm down, kind of shake off those nerves. Because I do love the way that he reacted here in game 2. It was a vast improvement to game 1. Just the way that he approached the matchup, the composition that he went for, his positioning with his units. Yeah, almost. Right, here we go. We're loading into game 3.
Map number 3 is gonna be 2000 atmospheres. Like, how do you feel about this map?
Oh, it's a map.
Well, there we go, mate. Live VIP, professional caster, mate. And here we go, mate. We are starting with this player, the Brazilian player for Eximus Gaming. He's only 1 map away from advancing. This is Shakti.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of 2000 atmospheres LE, we have the Chilean Protoss. This time he is orange, representing Team Kraken Madness. It is sUb. Ooh, interesting. This time Shakti going for the high ground wall.
Interesting. I wonder why he chose to go for the high ground wall in this map. While, correct me if I'm wrong, the natural is more easy to defend than even in romantic.
It can be. I have to imagine it's just like a safety thing. Like, because he's already up 2-0, he's probably thinking, oh, like maybe my opponent could proxy me, so let me just be safe here. Oh boy. He does go for the probe scout. He confirms that, hey, there's a 2-gate opening across the map. Everything is normal. I'm safe.
Yes. Yeah, everything is normal. A little interesting the timing of the gases for both players. If you take notice, Shakti's second gas only just now started, while sUb's second gas was started before the second gateway. I am not a PvP expert, like, what is the difference?
Yeah, I mean, prioritizing that gas, we'll see what it's going to be for. I have to imagine he's going to want to prioritize it. I mean, sUb has been playing a lot with early game Twilight Council play, right? We have seen that time and time again. Is he going to change that? Is he going to mix things up? Are we going to see something different here? That's what I'm curious about. Especially with all this gas.
We'll see, mate. He starts Stalker Sentry from one side of the map. Meanwhile, Shakti goes for the double stacker starter.
That he does. That he does. Also, Shakti being a little bit annoying here with his probe. Just chipping away at the probes of the workers of sub. But yeah, like I understand this opening from sub. I don't agree with it. Like, I would have loved to have seen something a little bit different, a little bit spicier here in game number 3. But I also don't blame him because he's down 2-0, right?
I mean, mate, that pylon block is very spicy, mate. Now the probe of sub cannot go down for expansion. That was cute.
Very cute, very cute. Stalkers are coming across the map. Thankfully, even though Shakti has like a better quote-unquote army, there is a shield battery on the way. Once that shield battery finishes up, then sub will be able to defend. Boy. Up. Yeah, and he should be fine. He does have defender's advantage.
Yeah,
for now.
There we go. For now, but there's 2 more stalkers of Shakti coming out across the map.
Yeah, and he's
Is he gonna be able to sandwich them?
Oh god. Oh god. Sub, please, you left the safety of the shield battery and he loses the stalker.
Yeah, he loses stalker, he loses 1 sentry, mate, and now sub is at the disadvantage of units.
Yeah, exactly. Nice micro though. Again, a 2-on-2, and we have a shield battery, so sub should be okay.
I just barely managed to survive. Yeah, this occasion should be over now. And now both players are free to go in and see what they can. I mean, I say this aggression is over now, but more stalkers of Shakti have arrived.
Yeah, that they have another 2 on the way. Shakti is not stopping with just sending his stalkers across the map.
Oh no, sub has lost another stalker, mate. It's 4 versus 2. The shield battery has no more energy and the boys are being pulled.
No, not like this. Oh god. What do we have coming out here for sub? Honestly, he doesn't have too much, to be honest, and Shakti, he's starting to just overwhelm sub.
Yes, the Nexus finished, so then we have a pylon battery. A shield battery overcharge for the shield battery. And mate, we don't know why sub started with so much gas, mate. There's a dark shrine on the way.
I don't know if he's gonna survive long enough for that, mate. Like, I'll be honest, more workers are going down. Overcharge runs out. No, another stalker.
Another stalker falls, another prop falls, 5 workers down. Sub is now 8 workers down out of his opponent, mate. 51 supply versus 33. The dark shrine is about to finish. What does Shakti has on the other side of the map to detect? The answer is nothing. The robo has just begun.
That it has. He does have a forge, so if he smells that something is amiss, he can throw down a cannon, and that's exactly what he does. Cannon in the natural, mate.
Mate, the life senses of Shakti, mate, are on point.
He knows, and sure, there's a DT coming across the map, but because of this cannon, honestly, the DT isn't gonna do anything, mate.
Yeah, Shakti, I believe, just sent a hallucination into the main base of sub, so he confirms that there is DTs on the way. He sees the dark shrine, and yeah, the DTs are coming, mate, but the cannon and the next positioning of the buildings, these DTs are gonna do nothing, mate. Absolutely nothing.
They get pushed away. Meanwhile, sub has shown up here, forced to morph in an Archon. Shakti taking a 3rd base behind this sub. Unfortunately, he doesn't have eyes on it. He doesn't spot it, so he cannot deny it. Not yet, anyway. And yeah, things are not looking good here for our Chilean Protoss.
Definitely not, like, definitely not. Blink is about to finish for Shakti, mate, in just a few seconds, so if he can, he may probably blink ahead and snipe these units.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. In 5 seconds, he can just pounce on this army. We do have 2 shield batteries at home and an overcharge, but there we go. 1 stalker falls, a second almost gets picked off.
There we go. The shield batteries are here. There are now 2 shield batteries, so sub should be able to hold. But behind this, Shakti is just getting more ahead economically. The 3rd Nexus is on the way. He's getting more gateways, plus 1 attack is almost finished as well.
Yeah, and obviously the scary thing here is that Shakti has Blink. He has an Observer. If he wanted to, he could get high ground vision, bypass these shield batteries, and go straight into the main base.
Yes, and by the way, sUb has just started his tier base light, but it is a ninja tier base.
You gotta do what you gotta do, mate. And I mean, he's in a really desperate scenario. Meanwhile, oh my god, the gateways do get depowered.
Yeah, gateways do get depowered, and Shakti just blinks out.
Oh yeah, he just blinks out. Again, just getting more and more value wherever he can. Even if this third base gets up and running, by the way, it would just, like, sUb is still behind economically. Like, Shakti also has 3 bases. He's getting it saturated that much faster as well.
70 supply for sUb, 96 supply for Shakti. Shakti now has started the infamous immortal production, and plus 1 attack has just now begun. So yeah, I mean, Shakti sUb is not playing bad. It's just that Shakti is still ahead and has not been sUb has not been able to equalize.
Yeah, it all started in the beginning where Shakti was just ultra aggressive and just was able to take that early lead and just maintain it. Meanwhile, he does have the Stalker advantage. Oh, we're both tied up in upgrades 1-to-1. The Archon falls. Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah, mate, I don't think sUb has enough Stalkers, and yeah, Shakti just blink forwards and start to snipe all the units.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, here comes the Immortal, and the importance of the Immortal is that it is a building buster. It can just shoot through all of these Stalkers, not just the Stalkers, but also the shield batteries.
And there we go, mate. The big battle is about to begin. Question mark, question mark. One of the sentries almost gets sniped. Yeah, but more Stalkers coming in from Shakti, made 26 army supply for sUb, 63 for Shakti.
Oof.
Mate, this is three times the amount of army.
Yeah, exactly. Oh god, he's pushing on forward here. I believe an overcharge was already used, and I mean, sUb is doing a good job at holding on, but he just keeps losing these Stalkers, and he cannot afford to replace them anywhere near as much as Shakti.
Definitely. Plus 2 attack just finished for sUb. So another thing that Shakti is going to have ahead of sUb. sUb just beginning his plus 2 attack, mate, and I don't think it's gonna matter anymore. Chargers are here, but only a couple of charges is not gonna make a difference versus so many Stalkers.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. We do see the aggressive blink forward. Shakti has finally broken through into the natural base, not just the natural, into the main. GG, well played. And Shakti will qualify for the Latin American DreamHack closed qualifiers.
See, like what I told you 2 days ago.
Yeah, GG. I wanted to believe in sUb, but we were talking about it. A lot of it did come down to the brackets and how it was seeded in the end. Shakti and Eggs did avoid each other. Shakti is the first to qualify, and likewise, I also thought Shakti was going to qualify. But now what about the lower match?
No, mate. Sinner versus X. I believe they have started already.
That they have. Again, congratulations, Shakti. He's the best Protoss player in Brazil, second best in Latin America, second only to Paco Mike. So yeah, honestly, Shakti, he was a favorite coming into this qualifier. We all thought that he was going to qualify, and in the end, he couldn't be stopped. But despite that, we still had some very surprising results here in the upper half of the bracket.
Yes, definitely. I mean, Janji and sUb and Slayer's MVP, all of the 3 players that made the run of 4 in this side of the bracket, made excellent runs for them.
Definitely. Very impressive, right? sUb taking down not just Yanji, but Davo as well, like showing off, at least in that matchup, like he really has what it takes. Meanwhile, Slayer's MVP taking down Luciano was also an amazing series. So yeah, congratulations, Shakti. And now we have to divert our attention down there to that lower bracket. Sinner has already started versus Eggs.